Hi everyone, it's Cheryl Hurst here. I'm an independent Stampin' Up demonstrator here in Sydney, Australia. How are you? Today I am using the beautiful suite of the Brush with Beauty. These are just the dies and I'm using the stamps. I've got the stamps all out. We're going to do a fun fold, and the fun fold is called a swing box fold card. Yes. Anyway, all the measurements will be on my blog, and it will only be in inches. Okay, so it's just how it goes with this one because it's such a big card, so it's easier to do it all in one. So we've got a square. I will go through some of it. Okay, if you want to craft along with me, we need an olive box. Where's my box? So we need this piece, an olive espresso. I don't know where I'm going. And it's 10.5 inches by 6 inches. Don't worry, all this will be in my blog, okay? And it's scored at 2.5, 5, 7.5 and 10 inches. So we need that piece. Then we need two pieces, one in your designer series paper and one in I've used Early Espresso, and they are 6 inches by 6 inches. Okay, and when you glue that on, just glue the outer layer because we're going to use, because we need the frame. Okay, we'll go through that when we get there. And then we need another piece, and so we need 4 1/4 by 4 1/4, and designer series paper at 4 1/8 and 4 1/8. This is very hard for me, okay, because I'm not used to doing inches anymore. And a basic white at 4 1/8 and 4 1/8. 4 1/8 by 4 1/8. Yeah, so there's those. Okay, and you can do another cardstock if you want, but I'm sticking with that, so I don't need it. You would need to cut it at 4 1/4. So you'd have 2 of those if you want for the backing. Okay, so let's get on to the card making. And I need my bone folder, and we're just going to fold on, I've got it in camera, fold it on the score lines. Okay. I just remembered we have to do something else first. Okay, we're going to do that. Okay, but before we do anything else, I just want to show you a technique. I'm just going to get out, this is Mossy Meadow, this is just for our decorations, and I'm just going to get out another Mossy Meadow just here, and I'm going to get out my shimmering white embossing paste, and I've got my what are they called? I forget. I'll have it down, don't worry. Just these nice little, so you just need a blob of, there's not much, and all we're going to do is add texture to the leaves. So we're just going to just put a little bit, and plus it gives it a bit of sparkle. We don't need much. A lot of this goes a long way. I showed my team this technique a couple of weeks ago. They loved it. And I thought, yeah, we'll do this. And just doing the same on the open leaf. Just adding a little bit of texture. We forget to use all these things that we've got, don't we? So that's just adding some texture, and I'll just put that off camera for it to dry. Okay, so that's one thing. You need all those palette knives, that come to me. Okay, so make sure you've got that really nicely tight, because that will dry out. And I always keep it in the bag and I seal it up. And so I just have to, and then I just clean the knife up, and I'll need to take some of that off because I left some of it. Okay, so that's the palette. You can all buy that in my store. Okay, so now we've got this, and what we're going to do, we're going to put this like that. We're just going to glue that down. So you can use seal or you can use the multi-purpose, and we're just going to use it on this piece. So it's not very hard, it's just a little bit fiddly. Oops, now I've got glue everywhere. Just got that, and just make sure that's down, and it's going to dry. So we'll let that dry for the moment. So what we need to do next is cut out this piece. I already cut it out. The reason being is that it was just too hard for me to do with the camera going and for you to see it. So I'll just explain it. So I've cut down, I've got 3/4 of an inch by 3/4 of an inch on all four sides, and I just used my, you can see that I've got the markings on here. Okay, you can get them off later because they will be seen. I'll make that a bit yucky anyway. I'll clean that. So you've got all that there, okay, and just glue enough, about 3/4 of the way in, and then you've got this paper left to do whatever you want with it. Okay, so we've got that, and with the seam side we are going to, sorry, I wasn't looking, seam, right, because we want the seam to be on here, on the edge here. So what we're going to do is we're just going to glue. So we've got a piece in the middle, so we need that. So what we're going to do, we're going to glue just from that score line all the way down to that score line. Okay, that will hold that frame in. Okay, so I'm just going to put glue all the way down, and then you don't see the seam. Okay, so we've got that, and then we're going to glue that on, just like that. Just hold that down. Okay, and then we've got the book part. Okay, so we've got that part. Not very hard, is it? Okay, now we've just got to do the front. So we've got this piece, and we are going to glue this one down. I'll just move that out of the road for a moment so you can see. These are the 4 1/4, 4 1/8. So I've got that. I'm going to put that in there, just like that. Okay, it's a very easy fun fold, but I think it looks spectacular. And we are going to put that, we're going to have that in the center like that. So just center it, and we're just going to put glue where you need it, just on that side, so it will be on your right hand side. Okay, and there you are. We've got the swing card. Okay, so now we also, I wasn't going to do it, but I'll do it. We've got this part here. Before we do anything, this is for if you want to write. If you don't want to write anything, but this is your sentiment, your writing part. So let's get our stamps out. And I'm using Flirty Flamingo and Petal Pink. So I'm using Petal Pink, and because my ink is not real juicy, so I'm going to put that sort of on the corner, some of it stamped off, just like that. And then I'm going to get the Flirty Flamingo, and I'm just going to put that there. You just line it up. I've showed you how to line it up, and I'll just show you again. What you do is that peak and that peak, and you stamp together like that, so it's quite easy to follow if you do that. So we've got that, and just put that there, and very lightly, I think, get the Petal Pink back out, and I'm going to get a brush, a blending brush. So I've got a pink one, and I'm just going to very lightly just go over this part here. Just give it a bit more colour and texture, just like that. And if you've still got your Stampin' Up markers, because they're still on the last chance list here in Australia, just give it a little bit of flicking. Which is good. And that gives you plenty of writing. You can put anything there, a sentiment, if you want to do more. Just get the brown backing. Oops. Just put glue all over my fingers. I'm just going to put that there. Oops. Like that. And I'm just going to wipe my hand. Get that glue off. That's what I've been doing today. Just put glue everywhere. Okay, and on the right side, we're going to put that just there. So just a bit of glue on the right hand side, and just glue it in there on the side there. So we've got the card virtually done. All we need to do is do the decoration. So I think it'll look quite good. It's standing up and looks really nice. It's a piece that you can do. Okay, somehow that went crooked. I'm just going to take that off for a moment. I don't know why that's crooked. This is a bit more forgiving. That's better. Now I'll get it straight. Okay, now it's decoration time. So I've done already, and I've used the embossing powder, and I've embossed Happy Birthday. And I'm just going to put the lid on here because we don't need that for the moment. What we will need is probably some glue dots. We'll get the glue dots out, and we'll just get some. These are dry now, so we'll use some of those maybe. And I also cut out a whole lot of things. I've cut out, so you've got plain, and you could use that and just use the blending brush to give some more texture. Not gonna worry about it. I've cut out one in vellum because we have vellum now, yay! And I've done some gold, and also I've already stamped them out, so you saw me stamp that on here. So we've got one of those. One of those, and I've also cut out this in vellum, and I've got the blending brush, and I've got Lemon Lily, and I just want to slow, so I'm just doing it on the back. So I just want it a little bit. If you want it dark, you can do it at the front, but I'm just going to colour in that part. Just do Lemon Lily. So we've got that, and now it's just laying out what you want and how you want these things to look. Okay, so I'm thinking we'll put some of that. We've got the whole space to use, so we're pretty lucky. Got that. Like the texture on this. Doesn't look good. Texture. Where's the? I'll use the vellum. Put the vellum at the back here. Like that. Just make sure it's all in this. That one, it doesn't matter so much, but just here. Swing. Just bring that down a bit. That's where I want it. Roughly. And do I need some more gold? I can put some gold in the back as well. And then we've got our flowers. Can do the flowers like that. And then we've got our sentiment. What do you think? That looks pretty good, doesn't it? So that's how we'll do it. Do you like this idea? It's an oldie, but a goldie. Okay. So I'm just going to get these things on with the glue sticks. Glue dots, glue sticks. I don't know what I'm saying. Okay. Just going to get a glue dot and just pop it. You know, you can curl all these if you want more dimension if you want. Just putting that. Just going to get another glue dot. First time I've made it. There. While I'm just using the glue dots, it just makes it stand up a little bit more. And I'm just going to get this one, and I'm just going to add that sort of to the back, even though it's the same but looks different. Probably should have done that first. Shoulda, coulda, didn't. Okay, so we're still able to use the swing, so that's good. And I'm just going to use a glue dot in the middle of this one to put this one down so you don't see. Yep. And I'm going to glue this one down just in the middle there, and just put it there. That will hold that in place. And I'm just going to find my mini. I'm looking for my mini black, because even though it's dark brown, early espresso, but the black will look good on it. You won't see it. Excuse me. And got that. And I'm just going to place that there. Oops, that's not happy. So I might just, under that leaf, I'm just going to put some glue so that will hold that down. And we need to get that straight now. We haven't got that straight. I'll have to straighten it. There. That's better. I think that's good. What do you think? And put the card, put that, and put that. So that's what it looks like laying down. We probably could have put a bit more. Do you think we could put a bit more in? Maybe if I cut it. And glue dots. Put it just under there. That looks good. Love it. And now we're just write some sentiments. Oops. These are the ones that go like things everywhere because I've been crafting crazy. Here they are, right at the top. No, I started at the bottom. Okay, we've got these. These are called Pearls of Beauty. And I think I'm just getting the new putty out. I think I'll use the what is it called? Dang. Calypso coral. And I'm just going to put a calypso coral, just get the different sizes. So I might get another big one and put it there. And we all need, because it's a birthday card. We need some Winker Stella. Of course, it's your birthday card. Just always squirt this, not over your project. Okay, and then we'll just there we got that. That on there. So, what do you like it? Thank you very much for supporting me, and thank you for, I've got some new subscribers, and thank you very much for supporting me, and thank you for the thumbs up. And also, if you want to see more projects, I've got a lot more things happening on my blog that I blog virtually every day except for the weekends. So you'll see more projects and things that I make there that I don't do here. So anyway, I hope you have a wonderful day, Wednesday, and I'll see you next week.